Showbiz editor Nelson Aspen has more on this. Nelson, hi. These stars want justice and they say they also want peace.
That's right, and they also are showing a tremendous amount of solidarity within the entertainment community. Take a look. As riots rage across the U.S., even the most famous faces become a blur in the crowd.
All right. Get out of here! Get your out of here now! All right, I'm going. Get out of here!
That's John Cusack, filming a burning car before Chicago police came at him with batons. He was New York born and bred. He was around almost as long as television itself was, and he was a true pioneer, especially in comedy, and he is being well remembered by friends, family, and colleagues today. These are extenuating circumstances. It will have a ripple effect for the Golden Globes, the SAG Awards, for everything else, I'm sure. But as the Academy says, they don't want the filmmakers being penalized for something that's beyond anyone's control. What are you most excited to share with this filmed version?
The show itself. Everything we've been able to share so far have been pieces of the whole.
When I tried to get her to rehearse with the kids for the first time, instead the rehearsal stopped being about the scenes and the dialogue, and I realized she brought in flour and eggs and butter, and we instead, for rehearsal, made fairy cakes. So I thought that was a very clever way of finding a good relationship with Artemis Fowl and Holly Short. And by the end of it, there was a competition to judge who made the best fairy cakes. Of course, Judi Dench insisted that she win.
Josh Gad was telling me about, I don't know, I guess you could call it the intimidation factor of working with such legends.
I was taught curriculum with regard to Shakespeare, and that curriculum began by watching the works of Kenneth Branagh and Dame Judi Dench.
And Sunrise Showbiz editor Nelson Aspen sat down with Bryce to chat about her directorial debut.
When I shared the movie with my dad, and when we were pretty much totally done, honestly, he was really supportive, and he felt good about it. Although he did, when we went to the Toronto Film Festival after the screening, he was so complimentary, but he leaned forward and he goes, "I still think I'm in it too much."
What's your log line about My Dad Is?
He's present. My dad is present. No.
I was the youngest of 5, so my dad was older. He was born in 1925, and I watched how he evolved until he was 94 and passed away. Like, I watched his evolution. What have you learned about fathers?
Yeah, I mean, that must have been incredible to witness that. And I mean, it's something that when I was interviewing dads, it came up again and again, that there's been this generational pendulum shift.
We got into conversation the second we met, and we've been talking ever since.
Look, you've run it a couple of times. Kurt Fearnley's won it 5 times. The famous New York Marathon has been cancelled.
Yeah, and it would have been the 50th running, but coronavirus has struck New York City in a bad way. So 50,000 runners and all those charities and businesses and, tough times. So it's off. A lot of celebrities love this race, from Oprah Winfrey to Will Ferrell, Katie Holmes. Hugh Jackman, that's cheating. That's a picture of him running the half marathon. Celebrities love it, so they'll just have an extra year to train for it. And I will tell you, Hugh once said to me, he's like, "I don't know how you run a marathon." I said, "I could never do that." I said, "You're Hugh Jackman. You could do anything." So the challenge is on Hugh. I'll meet you in 2021 at the starting line.